And without further ado, I would like to welcome to the stage our CEO and one of the co-founders, Mr. Oren Gabay. So Oren, the stage is yours. Please start.
Thank you very much. It's me and all the US team are here welcoming you. Good to see you. We're in New England now, so it's cold outside typically, but warm hearts. So maybe we'll take a minute to introduce the team. Giselle, Margot, Jeff,
Hello.
Mike there in the back. Luan and David, we're all welcoming you today here, and we sincerely appreciate for you being our customer in general and for joining today and also for choosing OpenLM. And today we're so glad to introduce the new version of OpenLM, Annapurna. Over the last 15 years, we tried our best to provide you everything you need, but sometimes we fall short, sometimes we made it, and we have been working very hard to create this new OpenLM that will allow us to address your requirement more quickly. And I would like to start with small insight before we go into the presentation. As a child who grew up reading Isaac Asimov books, I often wondered what would the 21st century look like. Now I am older and it is the 21st century, and sometimes I feel that the technology progresses too fast, and I wish it would maybe slow down a bit. But as this is the situation, we are also moving forward, and we want to show you what we did. I will start with showing the problems or the challenges we wanted to solve using this version. So the first and most important thing for us was to design a system that will allow us to address your requirement more quickly, more efficiently, and in a better quality. And this is a main design requirement for the new system. We also heard you asking for integration. So the system as itself is great, but when you integrate it with other systems, it becomes even much greater, and you get much more value as a customer. We partnered with ServiceNow 3 years ago, which was very beneficial for us and for our customers, and also for ServiceNow. And now we continued and developed many more integrations with ServiceNow, and now also with other platforms. And the team I'm so proud to see the team presenting that coming soon. We wanted the system to be more scalable, because most of the time we could address your requirements, but sometimes we hit the ceiling. And this was, again, a major design requirement for the new system. As you all see, licensing is changing rapidly with the evolution of technology, browser-based application, mobile devices, and also the need of the companies to show better results are quickly changing what we have been used to use over the years, which was very beneficial for everyone. The network named licenses that serve that so for so long is changing with named licenses. So named licensing sometimes looks attractive. You go into the portal, you set the users, you see the entitlement. But actually, after you start using it, you find that it's behind this friendly interface is nothing that allows you to really utilize the licenses in an optimized way. And multiply this problem of a specific vendor with tens of different vendors that you need to manage. This creates a very challenging task to do. We were here during the last 15 years to support you, and we are going to be here in the next years with any challenge that you will face, you might face in the future. And here we get to the new version. So we are concluding 2 years of development of a cutting-edge system that will hopefully allow you to solve the problems that you are facing. So let's start and see what we have in it. So the new user experience of OpenLM boosts a modern UI and navigation. And this sleek interface and modern interface houses a robust engine designed to optimize results and streamline the workflow. We are also we understood that to have the reporting up to date for the last 24 hours is not enough. We need real-time reporting, and the Annapurna reporting database is updated in real time with your operational database. The reporting team redesigned the database structure to optimize the result and to allow for coverage for more license management tools and IT aspects. OpenLM Annapurna now supports additional and advanced data storage. Not only relational databases, we already support the AWS S3, and we're working on the support for Azure Blob. This is already running production in one of the biggest car manufacturers in the world, with tens of thousands of users that have the agent running. It's already deployed. It's deployed on Kubernetes, and OpenLM Annapurna is running there on Kubernetes. We worked hard in order to provide you as many deployment options as possible. So you can still deploy it on premises, you can use a private cloud, or you can use our shared cloud environment. So it's very flexible for your benefit. And OpenLM license management solutions support a wide range of licensing methods. This includes network, disposable or reusable tokens, network name, user and machine named. Additionally, OpenLM Annapurna support contract licensing, and it can even enforce usage limits, even when the vendor doesn't provide this capability, like Bentley. And OpenLM Annapurna will automatically move licenses between users, eliminate the need for manual intervention. It can work for engineering license managers such as FlexLM, LMX, DSLS, and it can also work for a SaaS license manager, software as a service, like LinkedIn, Autodesk, and others. OpenLM Subscription Optimizer will handle the license management automatically for you, even when you are not available to do that, or it's not economical to sit and move licenses between users. We will do that automatically for you. And the system was designed to have an almost unlimited scalability. So over the years, we started with 5K users, then 10K, 20K, and now we are serving installation where there are more than 50K users. In the past, with the current version, sometimes we reached the limits and we had to do different things and find ad hoc solutions to problems. It's not required anymore since OpenLM. Annapurna is a service-based system. It runs on Kubernetes, and theoretically, the capability is endless, unlimited number of users as you like. OpenLM agent. OpenLM agent has always been a key component for OpenLM for many customers and really saved millions of dollars annually by having enhanced monitoring and also the ability to harvest license and to help the user get the license they need whenever they need it. The new Annapurna agent is built on this success with ever greater capabilities, smaller footprints, more optimized code, reduced resource requirement, and it's now also support monitoring executable and DLLs together, and it enables the discovery of asset, processes, and services, and allows you to virtually monitor anything that runs on the workstation and even more. One of the requirements that is waiting for so many years is the ability for offline monitoring. So this newly developed OpenLM agent allows you continuous user activity monitoring even when people are disconnected from the network. So it might happen because they just go out to the field and taking their laptops and their licenses to the field. It might happen just because they are working from home, which is so popular these days. Everything is monitoring, even if when you're not connected to the network, the OpenLM agent will store the data locally and will send it to the OpenLM server when the user connects to the network. As I said, OpenLM license harvesting capability help many of our users to improve their engineering capabilities and also to save money. Now we have an improved harvesting methods for a wider range of software systems. We also have a generic save and close feature that allows you to utilize the system on many new and additional software systems, while we continue to support the many different engineering systems where we have a dedicated extension for better functionality. The new agent brings discovery capabilities to OpenLM, and this is very helpful in order to understand what people are using within the organization. So many times we see that IT doesn't know about some application that might be used. It's called shadow IT, and this is OpenLM now provides a solution to that also. We also understand that not all our customers can deploy the agent, and we are going to enhance the agentless capabilities of OpenLM. We are going to support the ability to get the data, some not the same, but some data, also when you don't have agent deployed on your network. OpenLM always provided a wide API that was utilized by our customers and our partners in order to extend the functionality of OpenLM and customize the system to their requirements. in this version, OpenLM Annapurna, we're taking it to the next level. We are using the GraphQL API, which is very powerful and capable, and we are actually allowing you to access any functionality OpenLM has by API. Develop whatever you like and customize it to your need. Yeah, we already mentioned the integration, and I will let the team present their work. They did an amazing work. And to finish my part of the presentation, I want to ask you again, let us know what you need. Let us know what are the challenges you have. Maybe it's not directly related to licenses, might be related to the tools you are using, to the engineering tools. Let us know why, because we are much more capable. Now, we designed the system, and the major thing is to allow us to address your requirement more quickly, more efficiently, without the need to update the whole software. It's very easy to deploy a change, give it to you, and you immediately have it. So I'm asking you, let us know what you need. We are much more capable now. And I want to extend my sincere gratitude for the OpenLM engineering for their tremendous effort to get us to where we are now. It was a challenging but very interesting journey. And to you, our customer, I'm thanking you again for your unwavering support in the last 15 years. We are truly grateful and looking forward to serve you in the future. So thank you very much. I will stop sharing here and let Branislav continue. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Oren. Thank you. So while our marketing is bringing the presentation again back on the screen, I'm also going to introduce myself. So my name is Branislav. I'll be your host and guide throughout the session tonight, this morning, this afternoon, wherever you are located. I'm responsible for many things in OpenLM. One of those was actually be kind of instrumental in overseeing in getting this new release out of the door. And today I will have multiple different topics in the presentation. So let's start a little bit with the big picture goals for Annapurna. I won't take as much time as Oren, so you can go quickly through the slides. Please put the next one on the screen. The first and most important part is that we really want to be aligned with the business needs of our customers. And you can even move it to the next one immediately. What are the key areas here? So I've been in the SAM world for over a decade right now. And what I have learned is the software landscape and footprint, it's constantly changing. It's constantly going around. Long gone are the ways where we just had a simple software where you download an MSI installer file and either you went manually around the workstations or servers, you installed it, or use some more sophisticated method in an enterprise like XCC and mass deployment tool. This is gone. The license models are evolving. The delivery methods are changing all the time. The application purpose is overlapping, and we want to accommodate all of it. Next one, please. We want to be sure that we actually are able to manage, monitor all software. So whether it's installed, it's on-premise, it's running on the cloud, it's a subscription service, it is a live service you are getting, it is an online tool, it is an offline tool, it doesn't matter. And this is a very challenging prospect. We want to make sure that we can support every company in the world, not just the engineering that's been our staple. Next one, please. So whether you are an organization of 50 employees, 500 employees, 5,000 employees, or you are a huge enterprise which may have more than 50,000 employees, we want to be there. We want to become more than just the premier engineering license monitoring tool as you have known us for so many years. We want to go and move forward. Next one. The best way to explain this is that the new release will help us to do a more agile development. There has been a huge backlog of customer requests, and I see many familiar names in the audience today, many of whom I'm talking sometimes monthly, sometimes every 2 weeks, and you are giving us many cool and interesting requests, and we were not able to accommodate it to the way we would actually like. So the new system will enable us to be more agile, more flexible, more quick on the uptake and actually delivering what you want. And obviously, hand in hand with that goes to support every company in the world to move out of this engineering landscape. So for a company, for an enterprise that has 50,000 users, maybe there's 5,000 engineers. But if you want to support an application that is being distributed completely widely in the enterprise, 50,000 installations, that's something that the current OpenLM was not actually capable of handling. Next one, please. So infinite scalability, that's what we want to do. And to summarize it up from my perspective, the way I'm always explaining this, we want to bring the OpenLM to the 2020s, not being stuck in the 2010s or maybe even earlier when the system was actually originally developed. We want to make sure that we can actually future-proof the system. For OpenLM, we want to future-proof the company. We want to make sure that we remain valid, we remain relevant, not just because we want to survive, but we want to still keep supporting you, our customers, and make sure that we can accommodate all the changes that are happening in the world. Next one, please. So in here, I'm going to introduce, mine was very short as I explained. We'll start this session basically going in two different groups. One is more business oriented and the second one will be more technically oriented. So for the first one, it's already been mentioned, we are introducing some software asset management capabilities into the system. And I would like to welcome Mr. Abhijit Das, who is our senior solutions manager, focusing on pre-sale, and Mr. Paras Ratot, who again, many of you may be familiar with. He's been the new technical account manager. So guys, please come on the stage and take it away.
Thank you, Branislav. Hello everyone, this is Paras Rathod, and today I will cover applications and web services management, a critical aspect of modern software asset management. As organizations adopt more tools, discovering and managing all applications, web-based products become essential. So OpenLM Annapurna can discover all installed applications and can monitor running web services, URLs, as well as SaaS products. This will give you a full visibility to manage and optimize all your software assets. Also, with personal dashboard, end users also can easily check availability of their applications without being dependent on licensed administrator all the time. So all this with fully customizable anonymization options, ensuring that sensitive user data is protected while still providing a valuable insights for the management. So in summary, by discovering, monitoring and controlling your applications and web services, you can gain enhanced visibility with improved operational efficiency, like while safeguarding users' privacy. Thank you, and I will look forward to your questions in SAM breakout room. Over to you, Vijay. Thanks.
Thank you, Paras. My name is Abhijit. So let's dive into one of the most exciting features of the new Annapurna release, the contract and cost management enhancement. Now, these features are designed to streamline how organizations manage software entitlements, vendor information, and costs, making it easier to optimize budgets and decisions. First, let's talk about the contract management. With a centralized platform for entitlement, you can actually consolidate all your license and vendor information in one place. This eliminates scattered documentation and ensures your team always has the most accurate information. Vendor and procurement management is simplified here, allowing better collaboration and tracking of vendor deliverables and procurement activities. We have added contract tracking with automated alerts. This means that you'll never miss a renewal date or important milestones, reducing the risk of lapses or unexpected expenses. Now let's look at cost management. The platform now allows you to assign monetary values to any procurement type. This feature enhances visibility into cost tied to software licenses, cloud services, or any other software assets. It also helps in planning and budgeting by giving you insights into expenses so you can align spending with business priorities. Also, it allows you to monitor the cost, map against the usage, and identify the scope for cost optimization. So by giving you the actionable insights and reducing manual overhead, OpenLM Annapurna sets a new standard for efficient software lifecycle management. Thank you.
Thank you, Abhijit. And it's again me back on the stage. So let's talk a little bit about what was already mentioned on the previous slides, and that's that software as a service asset management. And it's not really an industry standard term yet, but it may well soon become. And again, as a former software asset manager, it's been very interesting to actually observe the evolution of this particular field. So when I started, it was all about tracking Microsoft licenses and IBM and Oracle and maybe SAP, the top key spenders of for any enterprise. And while this is still true, if you look at the recent evolution, you can easily see, and especially if you look at the Gartner or Flexera projections, for 2025, it's projected that 25% of the software spend will go into cloud and web-based applications. So there is a completely new area on the horizon. And if you think about it, 25% of a software cost for enterprise with 50,000 employees or maybe more, that's millions, maybe tens of $millions that are being spent annually on software that is most likely really not managed or not tracked. Even Oren mentioned it in his slide, shadow IT, it's a very popular term. Please move on to the next one. So let's talk a little bit about the problem definition. For all these web-based applications, there may be many new, unique, different license models that are being used that maybe your department, your SAM team is not covering. They are completely outside of the regular definitions of the standard software asset management. In many cases, these can also circumvent the regular procurement process. So there may be a small business unit or a small department which really likes a tool that's distributed completely online. Nothing is really preventing them to just use their company credit card. They can pay for the tool. There is no record or minimal record of the purchase. There is definitely no record in your asset database. Nothing goes into the CMDB. And this can create many different risks. So if you look at it, well, first and foremost, the most obvious, the monetary risk, you don't know that you are even paying for a software that exists with your organization. There's a security risk. We don't want to have tools, softwares, applications running, or even just being distributed through web that we don't know about. And of course, with the unique new license models, there may be compliance issues that you are not even aware of. So there is really no unified way of getting this under control right now. So let's talk a little bit about it. What is the OpenLM approach? What are we trying to do here? Please move on to the next one. So first and foremost, discovery. And discovery is not just a topic, obviously, for web or cloud-based applications, but today I am just focusing on this. We are delivering a method with OpenLM Annapurna that does allow you to discover completely anonymously what are the web and cloud-based applications in your organization. It does require the OpenLM agent. It's not triggered on by default. We do understand in today's world, data privacy, cybersecurity, or overall security is a big topic. So we want to make sure that we don't breach any rules here, and also make it easier for the customers to actually get this approved. So the system administrator of OpenLM will have the option to trigger the discovery method, and this will create a list of all the web-based applications that are being accessed by all the users who have been distributed with the OpenLM agent, and take some informed decisions. Once he sees in the UI that this is a particular tool that I know I want to track, they can go ahead, enable the tracking, and from that point onward, they can actually see whether the users are accessing this or not. Next one. Now, as I already said, there are many new different license models, and there may be interesting contractual obligations that you may have with your SaaS application. So usually these tools are distributed with a very simple named seat subscription. You pay for user, you assign, you allocate the license, and from that point onward, the user can use it. Now, some vendors do allow free for all switching between the seats. So if you see somebody's not using it, you can take it away and give it to somebody else. There may be other vendors that actually do impose some limitations, because I mean, they probably don't want you to just be shifting the licenses all around the place all the time. So maybe there is a 30 days policy that you can only change the allocation every 30 days. We will allow you in the OpenLM Annapurna to actually define these contractual obligations so you don't risk any compliance risk. Now, move forward, please, with the presentation. The first basic step of what you will be able to do here is obviously have an overview. These are the licenses that I'm tracking. These are the allocations, and this is the usage. Are the users actually using it? Many times it happens, somebody just requests a license, a seat is assigned to him, he goes, uses the application one time, and then it just keeps sitting there unutilized for the remainder of the month, maybe for the remainder of the year. So the system will allow you to actually see the data, analyze it, and adjust the allocations manually. But this is a very basic way of looking at it. Next one, please. In today's world, there are a lot of buzzwords. Cloud is one of them, of course. We already talked about it. The other ones are machine learning and artificial intelligence. This is what we want the OpenLM Annapurna to do for you. The machine learning algorithms on the backend will learn the usage patterns of the users and actually enable not just a manual change or shift in the allocations, please move to the next one, but actually go to a full automated mode where the system will actually do the manual work for you. And this is what we are always talking about today's world. How can we utilize automation? How can we utilize artificial intelligence to get rid of the manual work that is being done? And many man hours are wasted every day on doing mundane work. And we want the system to simply do it for you. So the system will know. We'll check the usage patterns, we'll check the contractual obligations, and be able on its own to take a license, bring it back to the pool, and assign it to a user that actually needs it. Thank you. Let's move forward. Now, with this, I want to say there are multiple different services in OpenLM that actually comprise this system. One of them is Cloud Broker, one of them is License Allocations Control, one of them is Subscription Optimizer. You will hear more about them further down in the presentation, and there will also be dedicated breakout rooms where you can learn more technical details and speak to our developers. So with this, my part is again over, and I would like to welcome to the stage and move on to a more technical part of this presentation. So Efrat Schneider has been our system architect. She's one of the original employees of OpenLM, and she will now walk you through a little bit of the architectural changes that we did with the system. So Efrat, the stage is yours. Welcome.
Thank you, Branislav, and hello everyone. I'm glad to meet you today. I will talk about our big architectural change. The current or old OpenLM server is a huge monolith. It is based on a single code base that managed all functionalities. It means that all components were tightly coupled, making it very difficult to separate or modify individual parts. While this approach looks simple at the beginning, it presented significant challenges over time. Scalability was limited, as any change or growth required adjustment to the entire system. Development and deployment processes became more complex and time-consuming, often leading to big delays. Maintenance also became a challenge, as fixing or updating one component could impact others, and sometimes while we were fixing one bug in one part of the system, we created a new bug in another part of the system due to this coupling. Overall, the monolithic architecture slowed the system ability to adapt and grow efficiently. And this highlighted for us the need for a more flexible and modern approach. We did thinking and we took a decision to go on with the microservices, which provided modern and flexible approach to software architecture, offering agility, resilience that monolithic systems often lack. And let me explain a bit what values it brings to you, to the customers. So microservices bring several key advantages that enhance system performance and the user experience. First, it enables faster update and feature releases by allowing independent development and deployment of services. It means that new features and improvements can be delivered more rapidly without waiting for changes to the entire system. So if we want to do fixes or improvements in license monitoring module, for example, we can do this. We can deploy only license monitoring module, and we should not wait for another module or another feature in another module to be ready as we do today. Second, this new architecture improves scalability by allowing only specific component to be scaled based on demand. So, for example, if a customer needs to handle high agent load, we can scale only the new agent services to improve the data processing, and other services should not be scaled. We do not touch them. It is running as is. They are not consuming more resources because there is no need. Third, by isolating services, we enhance stability. We prevent cascading failures because an issue in one service doesn't disrupt the other services. Microservices model help reduce downtime as well by minimizing the impact of maintenance or unexpected issues, ensuring that OpenLM remains reliable and continuously operational. Another advantage for you is that it provides more personalized experience by enabling greater customizations between all our modules. It allows you to tailor your specific solution according to your specific needs. If you want some component, you install them, you use them. If you don't want other, you just forget about them and they are not running, not working, not consuming resources, nothing. Finally, troubleshooting should become faster and more efficient, as isolated services make it easier to identify and resolve issues without affecting the entire system. I hope you will all soon enjoy our new architecture. Thank you.
Thank you, Efrat. And we are continuing with the technical part of the presentation. So let's talk a little bit about reporting. I would like to welcome Mr. Showman Roy, who is leading our business intelligence, data and reporting squad, tribe, business unit. We are using some very specific terms in the organization. So Showman, please, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Branislav. Hello, everyone. We designed reporting in Annapurna from scratch. You will get all the same old reporting, but many new reports are introduced now, including a couple of advanced reports. In Annapurna, we introduced almost real-time reporting, revolutionizing reporting with real-time insights. Let us discuss about a couple of distinguished features here. First is real-time updates, where we transit from scheduled batch processing to near real-time data updates. Also, the immediate reflection of new records into reports will lead to faster decision-making. Second is powered by modern architecture. Here we implemented Kafka for seamless message queuing and Spark for efficient ETL processes on streaming data. We introduced microservice-based architecture to ensure optimal performance and scalability. Last one is enhanced decision support, which provides up-to-the-minute insight into software utilization, denials, and compliance, and empowers proactive monitoring for issue resolution. In Annapurna, we integrated reporting with various databases to achieve unified data for comprehensive reporting. We consolidated reporting data sources. Synchronization of operational and reporting databases ensures consistency and accuracy. Annapurna reporting has now seamless data flow with streamlined ETL pipelines for merging and aggregating data across microservice-based system. It is now support advanced reporting features like forecasting, denial aggregation, anomaly detection, and many more. We implemented holistic analytics, which enables multi-dimensional insight by connecting data from diverse sources and facilitates better cross-functional analysis and strategic planning. In Annapurna, you have no limit to use your own preferred BI for reporting. You have the freedom to choose your reporting platform. We are providing multi-platform support with expanded compatibility with Microsoft Power BI, Grafana, and Amazon QuickSight. We are providing tailored visualizations and dashboards to match your preferences. Annapurna introduced much improved user experience by modernized reporting interface with easy-to-use tools and intuitive navigation. We are providing enhanced flexibility to align reporting with organization workflows. Third is customer benefits. Existing customer will enjoy a seamless upgrade path from existing to Annapurna version. On the other hand, new customers gain access to diverse BI options for personalized reporting to maximize values by enabling organizations to leverage preferred BI investments. That was a little glimpse of Annapurna reporting. You may like to visit the specified room for reporting after this presentation to get more details. Thank you.
Thank you, Showman. So let's move on now a little bit to talk about the enhanced functionality of the agent. And the first on the menu is Mr. Petru Betko, who is leading our end user infrastructure. Petru, take it away, please.
Thank you, Branislav. Hi, everyone. So today I'm going to talk about the new capabilities of the workstation agent, the improved monitoring functionalities. So compared to the currently available version, this one has been improved significantly, but covering all of the improvements is quite outside of the scope of this presentation. So I will present just a high-level overview of it. For those of you that are interested, there will be a breakout room going in depth into the new and existing agent functionalities, so make sure to check that out. Next slide, please. And first thing I will talk about is going to be USB device monitoring. Please change the slide. So USB device monitoring allows you to keep track of the USB devices connected to your machine. The agent doesn't keep track of all of the USB devices. You need to provide the specific identifiers of the devices that you want to monitor, and the agent will do the rest. So this is especially useful for keeping track of physical dongle keys that are used to restrict software access. This will allow you to know at all times where your USB keys are located, or at the very least, the last place where they were seen and the user that accessed them. Also, it helps you enforce compliance rules. If you ever report a dongle, a USB device, to the vendor as lost or decommissioned, you can add it to a blacklist and be notified whenever it appears again in the system, meaning that it's connected to a machine in your environment. Acting swiftly upon that knowledge, you can avoid taking a compliance fine because you used a device that is no longer supposed to be in use. Next slide, please. Next up, I'm going to talk about process monitoring and the new feature for it called DLL monitoring. So process monitoring is already available. As a reminder, it allows you to keep track of the software that is used in the company and to optimize license usage based on the actual software usage, meaning that if the software is idle, you can set up automated license release protocols that will remove that license back into the pool, allowing somebody else to reuse the license, allowing for more efficient license utilization. The DLL monitoring, on the other hand, is another facet of this process monitoring. It allows you to monitor software add-ins, softwares that do not have their own executable and that are running under the name of another software. You can keep track of them by checking the DLLs that are actually loaded alongside the executable. So next slide, please. Next up, I'm going to talk about web monitoring. Web monitoring allows you to keep track of the points in time where your users have interacted with web-based services. Those points in time being called touchpoint events. And you can combine those points in time to create a session-like entity to see the usage patterns of your users in regards to the web services. So this basically keeps track of the URLs or resources accessed by your users in the web browser and reports it back to the main system. The browsers that are supported are Chrome, Edge, Opera, Firefox, as well as some of the other more notorious ones. And when the agent for macOS is released, we will also have support for Safari as well. Another aspect of this web monitoring is the web service discovery. It was mentioned today for a bit. I'll just add upon it. The web service discovery allows you to easily find new resources to monitor and to add them into the OpenLM system so that you can start monitoring the usage for them. Next slide, please. And last but not least, I'm going to talk about one of the bigger features of the new release, which is offline monitoring. Basically, it allows the agent to keep tracking usage for processes, DLLs, USBs, web monitoring, even when it's not connected to the main OpenLM system. So if your users are in the field or at home and their machine is running, the workstation agent is running, but they don't have access to the main system, to the VPN, or any other reason they cannot, the agent cannot report back to the main system, all of this data will be buffered locally. And as soon as the agent reconnects back to the main OpenLM system, all of this buffer data will be sent to it, will be processed and persisted, meaning that you will not experience data loss for your monitoring. That's it from my end. Thank you.
Thank you, Petru. And let's continue a little bit with Mr. Christian Kucheravi, who will tell us a little bit more about the license allocations with license access control and subscription optimizer, new services that were already mentioned a little bit a while ago. So Christy, you take the stage, please.
Hello, everyone. So I will introduce you to the license access control. As Branislav already mentioned, that's a solution designed to streamline the management of your license allocations and option files. So today I will cover three key aspects: monitoring assets, managing license allocations, and pairing license access control with subscription optimizer. So starting with monitoring assets, in license access control, we define assets as the key components to track. Mainly, I'm speaking about the option files that are deployed on the license managers. So we provide two monitoring modes: the read-only mode, which is ideal for audits and compliance checks; manage mode that allows users to prepare and modify instructions such as reservations, includes, exclusions, and others. When some changes are done, we save them as pending updates, which can be deployed later in just one click. Now let's move to managing license allocations, which focuses on turning those prepared instructions into actionable policies that control how licenses are distributed. So license access control simplifies deployments by allowing users to create a kind of policies that include specific instructions like reservations, allocations, restrictions, and many others, and schedule them for deployment at a specific time. The scheduling feature ensures changes happen during off-peak hours, reducing disruptions. Also, the process is fully trackable. Users have access to a deployment history to see what was deployed and when, as well as a deployment queue showing upcoming changes, which gives full visibility into both past and future deployment. Let's add some spice by pairing it with subscription optimizer and see what actually luck can do. When subscription optimizer is paired with luck, it can be used to maximize your license usage by reallocating cloud subscription seats dynamically. In luck, you basically define the users or groups eligible for subscription optimization. And when a user from that list experiences a license denial, subscription optimizer will discover if a cloud subscription seat can be reallocated from a user who's unlikely to use it. If a seat is available, it will be automatically reassigned to the user who needs it, allowing them to start working with the desired software without any delays. This seamless integrations ensures that the users will have optimal access to all the tools they need, and with minimal idle subscriptions and improving overall efficiency. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Christy. And moving on with OpenLM Broker, Rostislav Notratik, one of the most senior developers in OpenLM. And as you all know, OpenLM Broker has been a very critical component of the system for so many years. So I will let Rusty join the stage and tell us about where the broker is evolving and going forward. So Rusty, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Branislav. Hello. So I'm going to tell you about two new components we introduced in Annapurna version of OpenLM. It's a Broker Hub and Cloud Broker. Broker Hub is centralized component to connect all OpenLM broker to, which is going to give more control over individual broker instances, as well as more information comparing to what we had in the current OpenLM server. And Cloud Broker is a continuation, like what previous speakers told about, like for SaaS monitoring. So we are creating a new component mostly and targeted to solve specific problems accessing web services and licenses located online. Please move to the next slide. So this is a Broker Hub user interface. You might be familiar with it in EasyAdmin. We had quite similar screen brokers. But when it was dynamic, the interface in OpenLM Annapurna has new flows. You can approve individual brokers before you start monitoring of specific license servers, or you can remove specific brokers if they're like outdated, they were used for testing. It's quite a usual case when broker is set up but not actually being used. So you can reduce workload on OpenLM backend, disabling specific instances. We also now provide more information into the grid, and you can easily rearrange fields on the grids to make visible only the information you want actually to see in your work with OpenLM interface. Please move to the next slide. One of a few new features we introduced with Broker and Broker Hub is TCP monitoring. Broker is now capable to measure how many TCP connections you have to license server it's installed on, as well as it does breakdown of this number to specific TCP ports you have configured in Broker. And this ways users are capable to measure and especially what is important to predict if a specific license server may become overloaded quite soon, and prevent that with introducing like extra licensing, new instances of redundancy capability. So it's more like a technical administration thing, but I find it quite useful. And another major feature, please move to the next slide, is IP address monitoring. So OpenLM already capable to capture IP addresses on workstation level with OpenLM agent, and this data is being reported to backend. But the trick is, in many cases, our customer has very specific network organization, like the one displayed on the scheme. Workstation located as specific facilities might be not like recognizable or distinguished. For example, you can have similar local IP addresses in different subnetworks, and it's often a case, especially in academic environment, when users are not well organized into groups, so you cannot distinguish license access by user directory. Or in many cases, user might be moving between different facilities, like students or professors in universities. So we have a case when many independent facilities connected to the same license server, and it makes problem to distinguish license usage for these facilities, because it's all on the single FlexLM and it's all reported together, and there is no way to recognize specific access. And with a new external IP address monitoring, you can clearly see if a particular license session, we have IP addresses, both local workstation IP address and external IP address associated with every license usage session. And for this particular network setup, you can clearly distinguish license usage between different units. And this one has more application, like you can recognize at which locations actually your license is being used. Please move to the next slide. So SAS monitoring, as Oren already explained, is a major licensing now, because you can have it all around in all online services, way beyond engineering. Many services we see are based on named licenses, like when you purchase access, you associate your licensing with specific employees. It covers many different markets and aspects of enterprises, like social media or enterprise resource planning, or maybe accounting tools or marketing tools. Many of them has online licensing, and we develop a new kind of gateway, very similar to OpenLM Broker. There's a new component, Cloud Broker, which is it's already monitoring like more than 40 different services, and it becomes a single interface for all OpenLM services to get data from online about licensing on the website, and also provide management capability, like rearranging licenses or assigning them to different employees. Please move to the next slide. So you can see user interface of the Cloud Broker, which is just a bunch of services which are connected. Blue check marks means they are successfully reporting to OpenLM backend, And all you actually need to connect a service to OpenLM is to enter credentials. Please move to the next slide. You just enter your password, credentials, or client secret, and you can test connection and see how license usage from online services becomes available in OpenLM and in OpenLM reports. So if you were interested in details about the features I just spoke, please feel free. You're welcome to join a breakout room for broker. So that's it from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Rosti. And going forward, so we see OpenLM now more than just a product. We see it as a platform. And to speak a little bit more about where we are actually integrating compared to just connecting to license managers, whether they are online, offline, on-premise engineering or whatnot, but actually integrating with systems. Our new rising star in this area, the Varga Murkci, he will come online and show you how are we actually integrating with so many different new platforms. The Varga, the stage is yours. Thank you.
Thanks, Branislav. I'll be speaking about integration. Now, as Oren mentioned, that we partnered with ServiceNow 3 years back, and we launched our first integration, the ServiceNow adapter for sending or projecting all your reports into the ServiceNow console. We believe that it has more areas to be explored. So basically, we believed in the power of integrating with existing ITSM platforms, and that's where we decided to carry out this project into major scale by integrating our other services with other ITSM platforms as well, apart from ServiceNow. So we introduced the alert system as a part of the ServiceNow integration, which has already been a certified application in the ServiceNow App Store. In our way to renovate the data integration, which will use the capabilities of almost real-time reporting as provided by the reporting team. License file deployment, this is one of the major features which will use the state-of-art license comparison parser as well as tool in order to send the comparison report, as well as we are planning to develop these applications or these integrations across other platforms as well. Next slide, please. So what it comes along with is automated ticket creation as well as incident creation into your existing platform. So what it will help is to streamline productivity by sending all the OpenLM tickets or all the OpenLM alerts into your ITSM platform. It will improve your reporting by using the capabilities of the almost real-time platform, almost real-time reporting from our reporting team. And the license comparator will help you in license file deployments by spotting differences in your licenses, which uses one of the best parsers that we have developed, LSA integration, which will help you in your license allocation and deallocation process by using the workflow of your ITSM platform. Next slide. So talking about more the automated incident as well as the ticket creation will help you in your effective incident management if you are using ServiceNow or let's say Oracle or let's say any other enterprise level service management platform. Software management platform, then it will help you in your effective incident management by providing dashboards to visualize the incident history and to keep monitoring the incidents in real time. Next slide. By the help of our improved reporting, we created better visualization combining the existing OpenLM reporting that has been upgraded to sync-based reporting to that of almost real-time reporting. And we have provided or tried to project this into your existing OpenLM so into your existing ITSM platform. So what we have tried to do is provide you a more or a better method of data management using all these capabilities into your ITSM platform. Next slide. The license file comparison orchestrates the OpenLM broker to fetch the existing license file. So what it will happen is that you don't have to take care of what is the existing deployed license file. You can just upload your new license file, spot the differences in your new license file and the existing license file, and can go on for deployment. It also provides the capabilities of raising a ticket, assigning it to several persons within your organization. So all those things has been taken care of while developing this kind of application. It uses the best possible comparison tool that we can develop as well for the license file deployment process. Next. Something that we are in progress and would be developing it soon and will be shipping it soon, as the development is already in process, that is integrating the license access control with that of the favorite your favorite ITSM platform. So all the capabilities of the allocation and deallocation of license files, along with that of the ITSM platforms, capabilities of workflow approval process or automation process will be combined, and it will be a rock solid product in all. So we are planning to ship it soon, so stay tuned for that. That was all from my side. Thanks, Branislav, again for providing me the stage.
Thank you, Debarga. So now let's hear a little bit more about how all of this data that is flowing to OpenLM from all these different sources is actually stored on the backend in the databases. And that gives me pleasure to introduce Mr. Ron Goran, who is our database engineer, and he will walk you through it. Ron, take it away.
Hello everyone, my name is Ron and I would like to introduce our enhancement in data architecture. It is include operational data, reporting data, and high performance and scalability with MongoDB. Operational data was designed to provide efficient microservice-specific data management. Our reporting data we optimize for analytics ABI tools using star schema structure. I would like to emphasize the high performance and scalability of an operational data with MongoDB. It was designed for rapid read and write operation and high-speed data processing. It is also scales horizontally to handle growing data volumes. Horizontally scaling meaning possibility to split the data among different servers or different data centers in different locations. The system ensures low latency of the read and write operation, even under heavy workloads, making it suitable for real-time applications. Next slide, please. I want to add a few words about a streamlined data flow. Our streamlined data flow includes Kafka as a messages queue for ensure seamless real-time data ingestion from microservices, and Spark, which process data for populating reporting databases efficiently. Next, please. I also would like to emphasize the flexibility across on-premise and on-cloud deployment modes. For on-premise, we will use relational databases such as SQL Server and PostgreSQL for secure and control environments. For on-cloud is Amazon S3 for scalable, cost-effective, and storage and reporting needs. Next, please. It is very important to highlight improved BI integrations. It's directly connected to Power BI, QuickSight, and Grafana for dynamic reporting and visualization. The last but not least is the real-time reports. Real-time updates empower decision-making with live data insights. In addition, real-time updates in dashboards offer significant advantages such as improved decision-making in both time insights and proactive actions. It increases operational efficiency and enhances user experience with the dynamic updates and interactivity. Also, it improves collaboration like shared live insights and faster response to changes. For more detailed information, you can visit the relevant breakout room. Thank you.
Thank you, Ron. Now, this one is on me again. So let's talk a little bit about the deployment from a high-level perspective. And I want to again emphasize that there is a dedicated breakout room to talk in detail about the way the new OpenLM Annapurna system can be deployed. You are welcome to join. There will be our DevOps engineers who will present and are ready to answer your questions. So about the deployment, we want to accommodate many variety of customer environments and requirements. And obviously we'll still support the standard on-premise system. Even in today's world of cloud and remote system delivery, most of our customers still opt for an on-premise solution. There may be a wide variety of reasons. Again, with the buzzwords of the industry, data privacy, data security. We also recognize that many enterprises and now even smaller organizations actually jump on the cloud bandwagon and are utilizing many of the cloud providers, Google, Amazon, or Microsoft. So we will definitely support private cloud deployment and again, more about that, you can hear it in the breakout room or just come to us and find out. And about software as a service, well, still the easiest way, even with the current generation of OpenLM, and it will be true for Annapurna, the best or easiest way to get it is just utilize our software as a service solution where OpenLM is taking care of everything and it's hosted on our cloud. Next one. The standard ways with the microservice-based architecture systems, the standard way of delivery is, again, no longer downloading an MSI or an RPM or a deb or targc package or installing it on a single machine. This is no longer an option. Right now, we are running a system that contains more than 100 different microservices. So the delivery method, every service is contained within a singular Docker image, is hosted publicly on a repository. And for a complex system running on Dockers, the way to orchestrate it is actually use Kubernetes. This is the default platform, and we have opted to use it. Now, we do understand that this is really a cutting edge technology. You can move to the next one. So for some of our customers, maybe you are already using this technology in your environment, in your infrastructure. We know many of the software vendors are already moving this way. For example, Siemens is very heavy based on microservices right now, but we know that maybe this is not an option for you right now. So if you are unfamiliar with it or you don't know how to deploy it, we will be there to assist, especially at the beginning, to get the system out of the door in your environment up and running, and further down the line offer a very dedicated service where we can deploy the full system for you. Next one. What does this, what's the benefit? What does this give to you? Why this deployment method? So the initial deployment of the system right now may seem a daunting prospect, and I don't blame you. We have spent a lot of these resources, a lot of experimenting and learning how to actually get it done. But once the system is actually deployed, all the subsequent upgrades and updates of the system will be heavily streamlined. And obviously, I'm talking for the on-prem deployments, but also for us as a company, for our own deployments where we update the cloud. And right now we do it once a month. You've probably been used to it, getting a new version once a month. This is where we want to move out of it. We maybe want to update an alert service every week because there are many different requirements. We can develop quickly, we can develop fast. Now, the way this can actually be set up with Kubernetes, you can enable a fully fledged automated upgrade of the system. So where the orchestration system actually knows that the new release was done, a new Docker image is published onto the repository, the system can detect it, pull the image and do the upgrade completely automatically. Contrary to what we are doing with OpenLM right now, many of you are very familiar with the process. You need to go through the installer, you need to upgrade the database. There may have been many struggles, and we know them, especially our support team that has been helping you for so many years with this. So going forward, hopefully this will be fully automated. Now, we obviously understand that for an enterprise customer, fully automated system is not the way to go right at the beginning. So you may just get a QA system or a staging environment running side by side with the OpenLM production, enable the automated upgrades on the QA system. Once you confirm everything is up and running, just trigger the release for the full production. Again, I want to emphasize, go into the breakout room if you're interested in more details about it. And that's it from me regarding the deployment. And for the last slide, I would like to welcome Mr. Vasil Tarlev, who will tell you a little bit about the security and compliance, what we've done, where we are heading. We know this is a very important topic. Vasily is a one-man army who's been instrumental in creating our cybersecurity program. So Vasily, take it away. The stage is yours. Thank you.
Thank you, Branislav, and hi, everyone. As we unveil the new version of our application, I'd like to further emphasize what other advantages set us apart from other vendors. And I'm talking specifically about our firm commitment to information security, compliance, and data protection. Our achievements in this area are not just a checklist, but a priority and an advantage that we are able to offer. First, our SOC 2 standards, now in its third consecutive year, demonstrates that our platform operates with stringent controls around integrity, availability, and confidentiality, meaning our systems from operations to productions are designed to ensure your data remains safe, always accessible, and managed with caution. Moreover, we are compliant with the International Standard for Information Security Management, now in its second year. This standard showcases our robust information security management system, and we are actively aligning it with the latest updated version to ensure we stay up to date with information security challenges. And of course, in a world where data breaches are so common, we are making great efforts in data protection and GDPR compliances as well. Again, this is just isn't just about meeting regulation, but embodying a culture of accountability for your data and how it is used. For example, encryption, vote in transit, and at rest, multi-factor authentication, backups, continuous monitoring, and other techniques to ensure your data is protected at every touch point. What does this mean basically for you? In simple words, it means added value to you and less worries. Whether you are a global leader or a small enterprise, our platform has been built to handle critical operations securely, and our audit trail mechanism, including constant monitoring and logging, provide full traceability of all actions, ensuring transparency and accountability. Therefore, our commitment includes ongoing penetration testing, disaster recovery planning, dynamic risk management, and many more. These practices ensure that we address current threats and anticipate future challenges. And as we launch this new version, you need to know that you're not just adopting a new tool, but you are partnering with a company that prioritizes your security and trust. Thank you, and welcome to a more secure and efficient future with us.
Thank you, Vasily. So we are nearing the end of the main stage. So let's sum it up very quickly because we are a little bit running out of time here. We did a great leap forward with the OpenLM Annapurna release. We built a system using cutting edge technology, microservices architecture, Dockers, Kubernetes orchestration, and this enabled us to implement a lot of new functionality. Some of it has been highly requested by you, the customers. Some of it is just us observing the trends and trying to remain relevant in the ever evolving software asset management. Next one. OpenLM has always been the staple in the engineering software asset management, and Annapurna is bringing a lot of enhanced capabilities to further support this area. We are by no means leaving engineering behind. Now, as I already mentioned earlier, there is this new area of software as a service, SAM, cloud, and web-based applications. We are opening the door to become hopefully a major player in this area. Unexplored, no clear guidelines, there is no definite system that will help you manage it. And also a little bit of dabbling into the software asset management, the standard SAM capabilities to further enable our customers to achieve more. So contract management, be able to actually map the licenses with the cost data, cost-based reporting, etc. And the last one, so the new architect, the last slide, please. The new architecture will enable us to be very flexible when it comes to development, be more agile, actually implement the requests that we have been getting for so many years, and many of them are still sitting in our backlog, and simultaneously make sure that the new system is almost infinitely scalable. Seriously, if you think about it, sky is the limit. As long as you can feed more resources into the system, it will be able to support tens of thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands users going forward. So this is the summary of the presentation. Now, one of the last slides coming up, please. Many of you are probably wondering about the release date. So the system for the on-premise deployment is available right now. As we already established, it is a little bit more complicated than just installing the current OpenLM. So with Annapurna, we kindly request you, if you are interested, contact us at support@openlm.com, and we will definitely reach out. When it comes to the cloud version, we are running a little bit behind, but within the next month there should be a system that's available online, allows you to register and start exploring the system side by side with your current OpenLM. Now, thank you everybody. Thank you my colleagues. Thanks all the customers, everybody who joined this session. We will now enable the breakout rooms, and there should be a slide. Yeah, there it is right away, which actually describes the different topics. So please click the button in your Zoom application, join, watch the presentations. If you have questions, ask them. All the questions that have been asked on the main panel, we have been recording them. We will maybe reach out to you individually. The main stage will still keep running. Oren will be here, Abhijit will be here, other people from OpenLM will be here for people who are not interested in the detailed topics. So the conversation will also continue here. And with that, thank you very much, and let's move on. Oren.